Now is the time of year you want to start thinking about bringing those plants indoors if you're going to try to winter over some of your tropical plants you've had on your patio or around your pool this summer. Now's the time to be thinking about prepping them to bring them inside. You know what they say, right? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And so we got to have a plan. We got to think ahead and be ready to bring these plants in so we're successful. So here's what I want you to do. Before you bring those plants in, you need to do two things. You need to treat for pests and you need to acclimate them to a lower light situation. So first thing you want to do is if they're out in bright hot sun, move them to the north or east side of the house, up against the house, into a more shady, protected spot where they're not going to be getting as much light. This is going to prepare them to come into the house where even though you may put them by a bright window, it's still a lot lower light than it is going to be even in a shady spot outside. And so we need to slowly acclimate them as we look at bringing them in the house. Another really important thing is spraying them for bugs. So these are two products I brought to show you: All Seasons Horde Oil and 8. These both have different ways they kill bugs and different bugs they kill. You want to spray these every 5 days. So you're going to spray this today. 5 days, you're going to spray 8. 5 days later, you're going to spray Horde Oil. 5 days later, 8. You're going to go back and forth every 5 days on these. That's going to help prevent and kill a lot of bug and pest problems on your plants, because when you bring those plants inside, it's like bringing bugs into an incubator. And so outside, there's natural predators, there's wind, there's rain. When we bring them inside, there's none of that. And so those pest problems just explode seemingly overnight. It usually takes a few weeks, but usually we don't notice it until it's too late and our plants are covered in spider mites, mealybugs, all kinds of problems. So spraying them is really important. Another product that's really important: houseplant systemic insect control. This product you don't want to use on anything edible, so none of your citrus, herbs, nothing like that. But this is a product you're going to use every 8 weeks. You're going to sprinkle it on top of the soil. You're going to scratch it in with a stick. You're going to water it in. The plant is going to take it up, and this puts it into the system of the plant and is a fantastic preventative measure towards things like mealybug and scale. So this is a really great product to be using for the winter time. A couple other things you want to be thinking about when you bring them in is: how do I protect my floors? So most of these things are going to be in a heavy pot. Some will be in a grower pot. Here's my thing: I don't love how saucers look. So we sell saucers though. We have plastic, we have ceramic, we have all kinds of color, shapes, and sizes. You want to at least do this. If you don't like how saucers look like me, I use cork mats in my house. I take all my plants to the sink or bathtub to soak them really good, let them drain overnight, and then I just set everything back on a cork mat so that it looks nice and clean in the house. Come in, see one of our professionals here at any one of our 3 family tree nurseries so we can educate you more on how to be successful bringing your plants indoors.